Hi guys, and welcome back to the Say Yes series. I'm Alyssa with Styles by Alyssa.
And I'm Chelsea with Beauty by Chelsea Day. And this is episode 4 of our Say Yes series.
It. Oh my god.
Yay, so exciting. Today we're going to be talking all about the day of process. So when you do book us for your wedding, what it is actually like on the day of. Because that's really important. You want to know like what to expect before we show up. So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
One of the great things about our company is we travel to you on the day of. So it makes it a lot easier for the bride and the bridal party to get ready. No one has to worry about like running back and forth and all of that.
Whether you're getting ready at a hotel, an Airbnb, somebody's house, we will come wherever. We travel all over the state of Connecticut, and we'll even travel beyond Connecticut, so anywhere really in New England, or if you even want to hire us, like fly us out to you, we will totally do that too.
California?
I mean, anytime. We travel to you on the day of. That's definitely, like Alyssa said, a great thing because you don't have to worry about coming to a different part of the state. You just wake up in the morning wherever you want and we will come to you.
Yes.
So about 3 weeks before your wedding day, you'll actually get an email from us that will be basically confirming all of your final details. So that will be the address, if you have like a final balance or something, the start time and end time, and we'll actually along with that be sending a very detailed schedule. I feel like this really helps with the day of because it leaves nothing up to question. Everything is very laid out. The schedule is actually broken down by 15-minute increments and has everybody's names in it, who's getting makeup done, who's getting hair done, what time, the order, everything. And it gives us an idea of how long everybody's gonna take. It helps so that nobody is confused like whether they should get their hair done or their makeup done first. There's no questions. Everything just really flows. And that's what we really want on your wedding day, is for everything to just flow. There to be no confusion, nobody getting upset, anything like that. So we actually communicate with you during your trial and before your wedding to find out if anybody needs to be done at a certain time. I know one of my brides just told me the other day that she wanted her mom to go a little bit later in the day because she knows that she is going to cry that day, and so she doesn't want her to get her makeup done in the morning because she'll probably cry it all off by the end of the whole getting ready process before the wedding even starts. So she asked me to move that schedule around a little bit, which is totally fine.
Yes, super customizable.
Yeah, definitely. And even in the contract that you fill out way in the beginning in the booking process, I'll ask you to list the names of everybody and what services they're getting, and you can list them in what order you'd like them to get their services done. So that way when we go to make the schedule, as it gets closer, we can kind of go based off of that. In that email, we'll also send you a tips and reminders PDF. So basically what that is it tells you how to prepare for your wedding makeup and hair the week before your wedding and the day of your wedding. So there's just a few things that you might not think of: when you should get any waxing, facial waxing done, when you should get like eyelash extensions filled, things about tanning, just everything that you just might not think of. So I just wanted to give that to you. And then for the day of, it tells you like what you should wear, how you should be when you're sitting in the chair, whether it's like clean hair, clean skin, things like that. And this is something that you can totally pass on to your bridal party as well, so they're all prepared. It's very helpful, and that way, again, everything just goes with the flow. There's no questions asked.
In the email that Chelsea sends out 3 weeks before, it's going to say all the things that we need from you. So basically, we need working space. Now, makeup artists need somewhere definitely closer to natural light. Chelsea does bring lights with her, but definitely somewhere, the more natural light, the better. That's 100%.
By the window.
Yes.
It's the perfect setup.
Usually there's at least one window, especially in like a hotel or something like that. And then, obviously we need a working space. So any tables. We also need chairs. As a hairstylist, I prefer something that doesn't have a high back, but obviously it can't be super picky when you're somewhere, you don't always know what you're going to get.
Control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We do each have little tables and chairs that we'll bring in situations that like there's nothing.
Yeah. So we keep those in our cars at all times. Well, at least I do.
Yeah.
Because you never know where you're gonna have to set up. Sometimes it's just in a hallway somewhere.
Exactly.
So we do bring some things, but it is nice especially if like you're in a hotel. A lot of times they can accommodate
bar stools for the makeup artist.
A bar height stool would be like perfect. It's a little bit easier. You're kind of more like eye level, especially when we have such long days. It is a nice little thing to have.
Our sciatica will be happy with the bar stool.
Yes.
And another big important thing, especially for a hairstylist, is outlets. I do always have an extension cord with a power strip. having outlets accessible, again, we usually never really have an issue with that, but it's always good to kind of mention it because it's, again, something you're not thinking of for the day of.
It's kind of random, but to us it's important. Yeah. But in that email, like I said, we remind you of all of that. So table and chairs, buy an outlet, buy a window. We do arrive about 15 to 20 minutes before your actual start time. It is noted in the schedule, but we do arrive early so that we do have time to set up.
And feel out the area as well.
Yeah,
Find
definitely.
the best area for each of us.
So if you are able to have these, you know, those few things kind of ready for us when we arrive, then it just goes really smoothly where we can just unpack our kits and get going. But like it does take about 15 minutes, I would say, to actually set up our kits and really like get situated, especially since it is a place that we've never been before, so we just really want to feel it out. So from there, we basically just work off of the schedule that we've already sent out. Along with the tips and reminders sheet, you could totally forward your schedule onto your bridal party so everybody knows what time they have to be there. Some bridal parties, they'll all kind of just be there in the morning, so it's really easy.
Which we do recommend.
Yeah, I recommend that. It's much better so that nobody gets like stuck in traffic, nobody's late. But some bridal parties, like when we send out the schedule, if somebody doesn't have to be there until 11, they might not show up until 11. So it just depends on how you want your morning to go. Yeah, we just kind of work off the schedule. Alyssa will be doing somebody's hair while I do a separate person's makeup. And then we basically flip-flop. I just make the schedule so that nobody's getting hair and makeup done at the same time. It's all like back to back.
Yes.
And then the bride goes last. We usually do the bride's hair first and then makeup completely last. That way yours is like the freshest and you're just ready to go.
It also depends on how the bride is going to be wearing their hair. I mean, sometimes in some instances, if they're just going to be wearing it down, maybe I will do the hair last just because Chelsea's going to be working on the face. She's going to be moving the hair, which she has to get the hair out of the face. So
and when you are usually just curling it, usually you set it.
Yes.
Right? So then it's usually out of the face, so I'll do the makeup while her hair is set in the curls, and then she'll finish off the hair at the very end.
Yes. So it really just depends on the style.
Yeah, totally. Then after we're done with the bride's makeup and hair, we've done everybody's makeup, we do put in the schedule about like 10-15 minutes to do any touch-ups. So if any of the bridesmaids need their lipstick touched up, need to be powdered a little bit more, we do put in a little bit of time for that, so that's awesome because once we leave, then, you know, there's no more touch-ups, but we do put that time in there for the bridesmaids. So after the touch-ups, then we basically just pack up our kits and skedaddle.
To lay on the couch for the rest of the day.
We do also provide the brides with a touch-up kit, so even though we might touch up your makeup in that little 15-minute section, your service does come with a little touch-up kit that includes a lipstick touch-up, blotting sheets, a straw, so you don't have to worry about your lipstick getting on your glasses and ruining that, tissues, Q-tips, just little things that will help you touch up throughout the night.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about that at all.
And in the hair kit, I provide a little travel-sized can of hairspray. Usually I spray everything to death. But you never know. Some hair is just a little resistant, and if they're little tiny hairs, they tend to pop out. So a little hairspray provided, a couple bobby pins. Again, you never know. Yeah, so it just helps you to get through your night.
Yes. That is pretty much the day of process, the whole time that we'll be with you. We do offer like additional touch-ups. So if that was something that you were interested in, where you wanted us to stay, maybe you're doing a first look.
Yes.
And you know you're going to cry probably, and you want us to stay throughout the time of your first look and then do some touch-ups right after, there is that option. Of course, it is an additional hourly rate, but if that's something that you wanted, we are happy to do that. Just let us know when you message us so that we can include that in the quote.
Yes. And plan for it. Sometimes we do 2 weddings in a day, depending on how timing works out and
so
location.
We definitely need to put it in the schedule. It can't really be like a last minute addition.
It has to be planned for in advance.
So that's really it. That's the day of process with Beauty by Chelsea Day.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, feel free to message either one of us. You can go to our website and click the bridal page to look over our portfolios, and then click the little link at the bottom to contact us, and we would be happy to chat with you.
Of course.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.